anybody willing to sort of participate with me here and sort of illustrate? Does anybody like got the urge to perform?
See a lot of hands.
Yeah, I see a lot of hands. So we're going to have a couple of volunteers. I mean, it's not very hard. And how about you, Robin? Come on. Come on. Would you like to see Robin do this?
Sure.
Come on, Robin. Number one son, Robin. Robin's going to help you out later, too. Because what I do all the time when I do stuff like this, I bring my coach just in case somebody wants one. And there's a couple at the back table that he'll sell to you. If you want. One of them is a bunch of stories that you can read to kids or grandkids, and they deal with conflict resolution, solving problems, communicating problems. Well, come on, Robin. I need to go. Hey, everyone will. You can go in your newsletter. Everett from the men's shed. Up there, stand up. Stand up. You good, right there. It's just two kids in the hall, okay? Two kids in the hall. Kids like these guys. Walking down the hall, just minding your own biz. Someone taps you on the shoulder and you wonder who it is. You turn around to find out who's standing on the spot. And it's your best friend. And is he boiling hot? So you ask, what's up? Why are you so red? He pokes a finger in your face and says, you're dead. I heard you talking trash, and it ain't true. Now it's hammer time, and I'm nailing you. Say, wait, what's up? Why are you so red? Pokes a finger in your face and says you're dead. I heard you talking trash and it ain't true. It's hammer time, I'm nailing you. So you say, hey, wait, let's talk this out. Let's get this back on track. Conflict resolution is what it's about. Thanks, guys, you're terrific.
I knew I was
So, today is National Storytelling Day. I didn't know that until last week. I used to tell that a story to kids called the Congo play. And I also used to talk about how you can memorize a story. You know, certain strategies you can use. You know, a lot of people have problems with memory.
What did you say?
Yeah, I was talking to a friend, sort of like that guy the other day, and he said, you know, I'm starting to worry about my memory. And I said, what's wrong with it? And there was a pause. And he said, what's wrong with what? Hey, look, if you got that, tell the person next to you. It's just sitting there thinking, what's that? So anyhow, here's a story. And I'm going to, what happened to those aides, those people that were going to help me out here? They disappeared. Anyhow, I might have to get somebody.
Must have forgot.
Yeah, that could be. So anyhow, this is a story, first of all, that I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to get you to repeat it for me. It's called the Milkmaid's Tale. The Milkmaid's Tale. So once upon a time, before this time, there was a milkmaid, and every day she would go to the barn to milk a cow. One day she got a really full bucket of milk, and she put it on her head, like that, to walk back to the house, to take the milk back to the house. And when she was walking that way, she thought, boy, I sure have a lot of milk today. I'll get a lot of cream from this. And then her thoughts wandered some more, and she thought, well, with the cream, I can make butter. And I'll make a lot of butter, and I'll go to the market, and I'll sell the butter. And then I'll buy some little chicks. And the chicks will become chickens. They'll lay eggs. I could take those eggs to the market and sell those. And then I'll make enough money to buy myself a new gown, which I can wear at the big dance. All the boys will look at me, you know, in my new gown, and they'll want to dance with me. And I'll just shake my head, say no. And as soon as she did that, do you know what happened? The bucket fell on the ground and all the milk spilled out. So, did anybody know the moral of that story?
Pay attention to what you're doing.
Okay. Anything else?
Don't cry over spilled milk.
Exactly. Don't spill. There's another one too. A couple more. Yeah. Don't cry over spilled milk. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Yeah. And all the plans of mice and men go off the ride. Remember that one? I think it was Robbie Burns. So let's tell that story. Everybody, just chime right in. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. I'm listening before this time, long before this time, before that time even, and before time was digital and worn on the wrists of men and women, before that time, just playing around now, there was a milkmaid. One day, the milkmaid went to the barn to milk her cow, and she got a really big pail of milk. Walked back to her house, daydreaming. She thought, with this, there'll be a lot of cream. And I'll make, with that cream I'll make butter. And I'll take the butter to the market and sell it, and then I'll buy some eggs. The eggs will hatch into chickens. Chickens, I'll take the chickens to the market, sell the chickens, then I'll buy myself a new gown.
I would have bought a car.
To wear. Get out of here. Hey, she wants to buy my cars I don't know. So with the chickens, I'll buy a gown, wear it at the fall dance. The boys will admire me, but I'll just shake my head with that milk spill. There you go, your story told. That's all there is to it. So you look for patterns, you look for things repeated, you tell the story. So the workshop I used to do was techniques for memorizing stories. Now, this is National Story Day. That's the preliminary warm-up. And now we're going to do the real story. The real story called the Congo obviously comes out of Africa. And I thought, I told this story before to kids and parents, but I never really saw the significance that I see in the story. Last time I was here, I told a story called Milk from a Bull's Horn. Some of you were here. And I introduced that with a little poem about grace, what grace was. Remember grace? Grace is divine help, our divine help that we're given, or gifts that we're given to help us on the road of life. Certain people deserve these gifts. They don't. And it went, and heaven knows who to give these gifts to. Because heaven, who knows better than we what we are, measures man's favors by their merit. And you would have received the benefit of such aid, these gifts from on high, like, the love of a family and friends, success, skills and talents, all of these things, gifts from on high. Had it been able to find in you the virtues that it found in you, these gifts from on high, this grace, is rare and singular, and does not descend for volunteers. And it fits into milk in the bull's horn very well, but it also seems to fit into this story of the Congo boy, and I think you'll see that as we tell the story. So we're going to tell a story. Once upon a time, before this time, and before the time before this time, there was a Congo boy. He lived by the jungle. And one day, when the Congo boy was talking to his mother, his little brother, and his little sister, his father came by. And the Congo boy said to his father, "There's something, Dad, that I really want more than anything in the world." And it was not a 3D printer. It was not a new cell phone. It was to be a hunter like his father, to go hunting with his father. And his father said to him, "I'm sorry, son, but you cannot go hunting with me until you have a spear of your own." How is he going to get a spear? I mean, you know, at the edge of the jungle, you can't get a job at McDonald's. You can't deliver the Maple Ridge News for $3. You know, the Congo boy couldn't imagine how he could ever earn a spear. Yeah. And also, father said, "Well, son, until you do, you have to melt the old white cow and gather mealies in the mealie pads." Anybody know what mealies are? They're corn. So, at this point, the Congo boy said, "Okay, you know, that sounds reasonable to me." He was that kind of kid, you know, didn't work. He could melt the old white cow and gather mealies. Sure, that would help him out. And so he did that. And one day, when he was gathering mealies, he found a root that he knew was good to eat. He took it to his mom. He said, "Mom, will you cook this root for me?" She said, "Oh, certainly, my son. I'll cook that for you. Because you're good." And when the Congo boy came back, his mom had some sad news for him. The Congo boy said, "Where's the root I found in the mealie patch?" She said, "Sorry, son, but your little brother ate it. But because he ate it, we will give you a brand new pot to melt the old white cow." Now, Congo boy had been using a pot with a broken handle, so he was delighted to have this new pot. And off he went to find the old white cow. Now this is where I need to go. Because Congo boys, you know, in Africa, they sometimes have these bracelets on their ankles here that rattle when they move. So I need somebody to volunteer to make the sound that when off he went, so that we can actually hear the Congo boy leaving town. Can I have a volunteer? This, by the way, the jobs get more complicated as we go along. Just want to let you know that. So, who thinks they can make a sound like this when I say, "and then off he went"? The thing is that he's going to come back. So we need a different sound for when he comes back. And that'll be very similar, but not quite the same. Who could do that for us? We've already volunteered. We're going to have somebody. Okay. We can pass that over to the lady in the back. At other times in this story, something's going to break. And this is the sound that I like when something breaks. Simple. All you have to do is pay attention, and I'll give you a cue when something's going to break, and then all you do is like that. Okay, hold it. Pass those to open. Yeah. Things break a lot in this story, so I'm going to have a couple of people do the break thing. Okay? So, how about you over there? No? Okay, no, with your arms. Okay. Yeah, come on, Sorry. I was going to get Sorry to talk You got out of something, Sorry. This is another breaking sound. Try that. See what you think about it. Give it a shake. Give it a shake. You handle that? so, things don't break, they tear, they rip. Yeah, this is- That's all you have to do. When you hear the cue for something's ripping or torn, who can do that? One, this is the last joke. Okay, pass that on to the lady over there. All right. So we're going to be practicing our memories a little bit, eh? Yeah? So anyhow, here we go. The Congo boy, he'd already gone to look for the old white cow, right? So by and by, he came across two boys. Guess what they were doing? They were trying to milk a goat with a broken pot. Well, the Congo boy looked at that situation and thought, oh, hey, I can help you guys out. Why are you, he said, why are you milking a goat with a broken pot? Here, use my pot, but remember, I shall want it when I return. Now here's where I need storytellers. And has anybody else who didn't volunteer? Up till now. You're now storytellers with me. So what you have to do is repeat this line. Where is my pot? The pot my mother gave me when my little brother ate the root. The root I found in the meat. Let's try that again. It's not too much. Where is the pot? No, we usually read the pot. The pot my mother gave me when my little brother ate the root. I'm going to say the root again. The root I found in the meat. Can you try that? Everybody. Where is the pot? The pot my mother gave me when my little brother ate the root I found in the mealy patch. You see? And they said, you know, I'm sorry, said the two boys, we can't give it to you because it broke. Where are you guys? Broke. All right, come on. But because it broke, we'll give you a new knife. Oh boy, I'd never seen a real knife. This was a beautiful steel knife. He was so happy to have a knife, he felt blessed. He felt blessed. And he took that knife and he thanked those two boys. And now off he went. I'm waiting. Off he went, off he went. Where are you guys? Off he went. Can't hear it. No, that's going to the star broke. That's it. That's that sound. Off he went. Thank you. Look at it. Well, the two boys, you know, with the new pot, or the new knife, Congo was a new knife. He wandered around, and then he came finally to two girls who were trying to skin an animal with a piece of bone that they sharpened. And it was a tough job, really tough job. And the Congo boy, when he saw that, he took pity on them and he said, oh, you can't do that. You can't skin an animal with a piece of bone. You've got to take my new knife. Remember, he said, I shall want it when I return. And off he went. Yeah, here we go. A bit premature, but here we go. Then off he went. Come on, I want to hear off he went. Yeah, all right. Now we're getting into it. Okay. Well, the two boys, when he disappeared, the two girls were just making real quick progress with this knife, real knife. And they had that animal almost skinned when the person with the knife hit a boom, and it broke. Really broke. It really broke. I mean, it broke. Right. Well, you know what happened, of course, just then the Congo boy here. He led these two girls his brand new knife, and they broke it. So he came back and he said, where's the knife? The knife the two girls gave me. the two girls who broke the pot. The pot my mother gave me when my little brother ate the root. The root I found in the meat pouch. And they said, of course, we can't because it broke. What?
Broke it.
Broke. It broke.
It broke.
But because it broke, we're going to give you this blanket. And they held up this beautiful multicolored African blanket. And the Congo boy looked at that and he said, oh, wow. I've never had a blanket like that. Now in the Congo, you know, it's hot most of the time, but it cools off in the day, later on in the day. And it really helps to have a blanket, you know, when you're trying to sleep. And so the Congo boy was so excited about getting this blanket. He thanked the two boys, and off he went. So he thanked the two men, and off he went. Off he went. Now, what was he first going, by the way? Anybody remember where he was going? He was going to find the old white cow. Where'd that cow go? Well, by and by, he came across, before he came back, the two men were so exhausted from being hunting all day that they immediately tried to get some sleep. You know, they were sleep deprived, so they laid down on the ground with the blanket over them. And before you knew it, one of them was trying to haul the blanket to his side, and then the other guy would be cold and he'd haul it over to his side. And pretty soon there was a tug of war, and it ripped. Where's the ripper?
Where's the ripper?
Where's our ripper?
She ripped it.
Okay, give it a good rip there. Okay, but, you know, so just then, of course, Congo boy goes back. He's going back. Okay. Well, and he took a look at this situation. He said, hey, where's my blanket? Where's the blanket? The blanket, the two girls gave me. The two girls who broke the knife. No, the two boys gave me. When the two boys who broke the pot my mother gave me when my little brother ate the root. The root I found in the mealie patch. And you know what their line was. Sorry, bud, but it ripped. But because it ripped, you got a big job, don't you? Didn't know you had that much to do, did you? Because it ripped, we're going to give you something else. And because these guys were hunters, they had shields made of tortoise shells. And Congo boy looked at this tortoise shell shield. He had no idea that he'd ever owned one of those. And he was so happy. Took that shield, thanked those two men, and off he went. Thank you. To find the and he said, well, you better have a shield to do that job. You better both have a shield. Here, you must take my shield. But remember, I shall want it when I return. Then off he went. You better go before I do. That's okay, that works. Well, the two men, you know, they heard a lion that wasn't very far away. And the guy that Congo boy gave the shield to, he set off after it and he just ran after that lion. And he ran so fast that he didn't see this log in front of him, and he tripped on the log, and he fell right on the shield, and it
Broke.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, if it wasn't for bad luck, you wouldn't have any. You didn't look at all. So anyhow, just then, of course, the Congo boy comes back. What's he doing, Henry? He's coming back, and then well, and he took a look at the situation. He said, "Where is the shield? Where's the shield? The shield the two men gave me? I'm losing you. The two men who ripped the blanket the two girls
Gave me
the two girls who
broke my bucket.
The knife the two boys gave me, the two boys who broke the pot my mother gave me. When?
My brother ate the root.
The root I found in the mealy bag. Well, sheep-faced for sure. You know, what are they going to do? I'm sorry, Congo. You said, but it broke. But because it broke, we'll give you, guess what? Guess what they're going to give him, Bob?
Crazy glue.
No, they're not going to give him crazy glue. They're going to give him a brand new spear. And one of them held up, one that broke his shield, handed him his spear. Little boy just fell on his knees. He was so good. He could not believe his good fortune. He could not understand why he deserved a spear.
But who breaks the spear?
So, he took that spear, and then off he went. He wasn't looking for the old white cow anymore. He was going home. When he got home, there was his mom, his little brother, his little sister. He couldn't believe what they were seeing. There was the Congo boy with the spear of his own. They were so happy. Just then, would you know it, Congo boy's dad showed up. He'd been hunting all day without any success. He looked at his son with his spear. He smiled. Big smile. He said, "Now, my son, you can go hunting." And just then, the Congo boy's mom turned to the Congo boy's little brother and sister and said to the Congo boy's little brother, "Guess what? You've got a new job." What job?" said the little Congo boy's brother. "Well, you're going to milk the old white cow and gather mealies in the mealie bag." "Oh, good," said the little guy, because he was a good boy. And that's the story. Come on. Yeah, thank you. Any questions? No?
So what are they going to do about the pot?
Well, they'll find some crazy glue bomb. You have a good idea. Good idea. They take a lot of crazy glue, but they can do it. But I don't know how good a job that would be for anymore. Hey, I'll thank you all for coming. Hope you enjoyed the show. And we'll see you next time.